What's going on, guys? You know what it is, you know who it is. Nick Fury back with another video, and this one's going to be short and sweet because I just got home from work and there is Destiny 2 to be played. So as I mentioned before, I was at work today and I was talking to my buddy Dwight, and he had just got done playing the campaign and finished it this weekend. And so he asked me the question, what was the fifth race, the fifth enemy race in Destiny? And so I started thinking, I came up with the answer, well, it's the Taken, obviously it's the Taken. And he said, no, bingo, wrong. And so we started arguing a little bit, you know, whatever. And then he said, I read this article, you have to check it out. He sent me the link to the article, and the article was talking about the quote unquote secret ending that if you wait after you beat the campaign, you know, 20 minutes of credits or whatever. There's a small video clip that I'm showing right now, and it shows the point, well, I like to think it's the point whenever Gaul was standing in front of the Traveler and the Traveler just burst with light, and it shows the light expanding across the Milky Way galaxy. And then at the end, the light hits what we see, a pyramid looking spaceship, and then all of a sudden there is a bunch more smaller looking spaceships, and then that's it. The video cuts out, goes black, and Bungie leaves us to our imagination to figure out or try to piece puzzle pieces together who this enemy is, what they are, what they want, what they're after. And so after we finished this, I was talking to my buddy Ned and Saltiest Gaming, and I was just saying this has to be the enemy that was after the Traveler the whole time. That was my guess. We had been led to believe that, you know, maybe the four types of enemies that we've seen were quote unquote the darkness that was after the Traveler, whether that was the Fallen, the Hive, the Vex, or the Cabal. We thought each four of these enemies were quote unquote the darkness. And so after seeing this quote unquote secret ending, I thought maybe that's not true, maybe that's kind of true, you know, maybe that's not what we've been led to know, maybe this is actually the darkness. And so reading this article, it kind of confirmed that. Now we all know that it's all theory, this is all speculation. Bungie can change whatever they want to whenever they want to. Now this article is on Mashable.com, and Adam Rosenberg wrote the article, and he finds concept art from 2013 that Bungie had put out, and sort of starts piecing things together and says, hey, maybe the Taken isn't this quote unquote fifth race. He actually finds a what they call a mood board of 5 different races of enemies, and obviously the Vex is on there, Hive, Fallen, Cabal, and there's this fifth one, and it has a pyramid shape in a yellow box, and I'm gonna show it right here. But I looked at it at first, I thought, oh, it kind of looks like the Taken, but no, the more you look at it, it's not the Taken. It's just a black smear and just a picture of a shadowy figure that looks nothing like any Taken. And we all know that the Taken isn't its own race. It's taken from the Vex, Cabal, Fallen, and even the Hive. And we know that Oryx used the power from the darkness to consume these people to make him his own so he can control them. So the Taken is not a race, it's just they're pretty much vessels for something else. Also, when you first start Destiny 2 and they start showing you all your accomplishments, and even after that, it shows you the scene of the darkness chasing the Traveler. The ship is a dark black triangle, and we all assume that could have been a Hive ship, not a Cabal ship. That doesn't look anything like a Cabal ship, but we all assumed maybe it's a Hive ship. But now that I'm thinking about it, no, it couldn't have been. And so here's my extended theory after reading this article. The darkness have been out there this whole time, and if you read the lore about Oryx and how Oryx came to be, Oryx pretty much strived to stay alive the longest and keep his family alive the longest, and it's not just a him, it was a her before she was consumed and gave herself to the Hive, transforming her into what we know as Oryx, and that is a he. Oryx, I said Oryx, forgive me. But my theory is, after Oryx gave himself to the Hive, Oryx still was thirsty for immortality and thirsty for more power, and he stumbles upon the darkness, and the darkness gives him this power to take other people, take other enemies, and control them for himself. But not only for himself, but for the darkness. That's probably how the darkness gets their power. They consume the light, or they consume what is almost light, because, you know, they're fully darkness, so whether it's neutral or light, they consume it all for themselves, for more power. Which brings me to Eris Morn. Eris Morn has disappeared from the tower, and the last that we've seen from Eris Morn in the story was after you kill Oryx's physical body. She shows up on the Dreadnought, and she takes that shard that was in his sword that gave him his power to consume and take enemies. And that shard doesn't really look like a Hive artifact. It looks like what these ships are. It almost looks like the same material. And so I feel like she finds this shard, looks at it, does some research on it, notices this is nothing that the Hive have. This is not Hive technology. So she does some research, snooping around, and finds out what is behind Oryx's power. She goes looking for the darkness. And so Eris Morn will have a huge role in the next huge story of Destiny, whether that's a DLC they put out later, or I feel like they're gonna save that for Destiny 3. That's just my theory. That's just what I've pieced together from reading this article, from thinking, from talking with my buddies, all of that. Like I said, it's all speculation. None of this is, well, clearly I'm not an official member of Bungie, so none of this is true. It's all fan theory. I think it's a pretty good one. Maybe you don't. Why don't you just go ahead and comment and let me know what you think. And so, you already know what I'm going to say. Like, subscribe, comment, and really, I mean this, really comment. I want to know what people think about this theory. We can have some conversations in the comments. I love having conversations with people. I love meeting new people. So, seriously, comment, like, subscribe, all of that. And after you subscribed, hit that bell icon. It gives you notifications whenever I release future content. This is Nick Fury. I will see you guys later.